want to do my plan.
Top 5 finish, how's that feel?
It's amazing. 2 of the Legacy Motor Club cars in the top 5. Great way to start the season. Had Shaq on the hood. I hope he was watching. Hope he's excited. Just an incredible experience this whole week. The cars have had speed. A lot of good things going on. So just thrilled. I mean, can't into words. I've not had. I didn't have an experience like this before, to be an owner and finish well in your own car. I mean, this is all new, so it's hard to put the emotions into words.
What keeps bringing you back?
I love racing. A long time ago, my give a shit meter broke, and I'm out here for me. I know other people have had different opinions, but I'm out here for me. I have great support from Carvana, Toyota, Family Dollar, Advent Health, a lot of people that believe in this team and believe where we're going to go, and was able to get a top 3 tonight.
Jimmie, you had such a big smile on your face when you got out of the car. Were you blown away?
Not necessarily blown away from finishing third, but the situation that I'm in and the fact that now, recent team owner and driving my own equipment, that's just something I didn't have on my bingo card growing up and I never dreamed of. So those emotions are just new, and I guess that's why I'm doing this, experience new things.
Did you feel like you had a podium still in you?
Without a doubt.
Okay.
I feel like this has been a really solid speed weeks for Legacy Motor Club in general, and I'm happy to see Jimmie come home third. That was really cool. I wish I would have beat the boss man, but sometimes that doesn't happen. So overall, really solid day though. Proud of this whole 42 group, proud of all the men and women back at the shop, and all the effort that's been put in over the off season. I think it showed down here that we have strong cars, and we had some really solid runs. So just glad that we didn't get caught up too bad in that last wreck, and we were still able to come home fifth.
And then going into Atlanta next week, another drafting style track, that has to have more confidence, right?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I'm excited to see what speed we have down there. We got some work to do from where we were here in Daytona as far as leading lanes and different things of that sort, but we'll regroup and figure out how to get better. Thanks.
Can you just talk about just getting a top 5 here at this track, place that hometown, if you will, dad from Lakeland. I mean, just talk about that feeling of being able to do it kind of in front of a hometown crowd, if you will.
Yeah, it's really solid effort for everyone in this group. My roots are from Florida. I'm from North Carolina, but overall, a lot of family from Florida. So it's neat to be able to come down here and have a really good run. Thanks.
Talk a little bit about, or explain to us sort of what you saw and experienced on that last lap.
I saw a rear spoiler in my vision. I was pushing Corey, and next thing I knew, there was smoke, and we were getting ping pong balled off of, and somehow we kept it straight. And Jimmie, I don't think ever lifted for the for the wreck, and blew my doors in there. So overall, really solid effort from everyone at Legacy Motor Club. Proud to have 2 cars in the top 5 and to have really solid speed weeks under our belt.
Yeah, I'm excited to hopefully, prove all the doubters wrong this year, and hopefully just being in the top 5 a lot this year. When you're in the top 5, you eventually start winning more and more races, and hopefully you'll see this 19 car a lot in the top 5.
And how good was your car tonight?
Yeah, it was really, really good. This is the best super speedway car I've ever had. Just from a handling standpoint, even a speed standpoint, it was just really, really good. So felt like that was the most aggressive I've been able to be, taking pushes, pushing people. And yeah, I'm normally not looking forward to super speedway races, but I am looking forward to just being able to have a car that comfortable again. So yeah, like I said, we'll do it again next week.
Nice job.
Thank you.
When you look at this race as a whole, how unpredictable these are. When you start first from the pole, you finish fourth. Obviously, you want the win, but when you put it in perspective, does it feel good that you're able to survive through everything that happened?
Yeah, I mean, this is the biggest race of the year. I mean, this year kind of can change a lot of things for you personally, even just financially. This is the biggest race of the year, right? So you want to run good here. But yeah, to start our year off, start on the pole and then finish in the top 5. I mean, that's what you want to do all year long, is start up front and finish up front. And it was a little rocky along the way for us. We lost track position a lot, but overall, it was a good way for us to, end the night. So it's good momentum builder. It puts us decent in a point situation. We gave away a ton of stage points and stuff today, so it's good to get a good finish.
Yeah, and almost I believe it was every caution tonight was caused by bumps, pushing, ricocheting, checkups and things like that. What makes these cars so treacherous like that when everybody's bumper to bumper?
Yeah, I mean, when we're by ourselves and you're not touching, right, it's pretty hard to wreck. But when we start beating and banging, the cars are just more and more out of control every single time, and especially at the end, the bumps just get more and more. Really the whole race until 5 or 7 to go, we don't even touch each other in the corners. But at the end, you're just shoving through the corner and everything, and just the risk is way higher. So that's why you see the wrecks at the end. Everybody knows what the reward is at the end of the day, so they're willing to throw bigger blocks, make bigger moves, and that's just what happens at the end.
Chase, on that fuel only pit stop, they used the new technology with the iPad on front. You had some questions about that on the radio. How neat is it? You talked about it in media day, I think, to have the technology, the advanced thinking and stuff like that. What was your question and concern about it tonight?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I didn't screw it up. There's a lot of things new for me this year, and just how far they are in advance of like where I was before. It's just crazy. They think of kind of every scenario, everything they can do to be the most efficient, just from a performance standpoint. And I definitely have a lot to learn still. Like even how we were counting the chews, I screwed that up today too. They just have a way different way of doing things. So yeah, it'll be a lot for me to learn, but once I figure it out, hopefully it'll be second nature.
How was it to do the fuel stop like that when you saw the yellow screen, the green screen?
Yeah.
I was standing right next to him watching it together. It was wild.
It makes it way easier. I'm sure that next week it'll probably be every car in the field will have that, just because it is way more efficient. So yeah, that's what this sport's all about, right? Somebody innovates and does something better, and then everybody starts doing it, and you have to get more innovative. So I'm sure, like I said, you'll see everybody up and down pit road with an iPad now.
What were you thinking?
Yeah, I wanted to make sure. I asked Cole when we got to pit road, like, if he thought he went left. I knew that I gave him ample. He had a run, and it was a run that if I chose to try to block, it was not going to end. It was probably going to end just like it ended anyway. But I always want to try to get to the last corner before you make the game-changing move, that like the do or die situation. And I thought it was going to be a great opportunity for really me and Cole to kind of race side by side to the line, considering the push that I got from the 19 was about to clear me on the 2. But I get a push from the 19. I see the 2's just barely there, so I leave him room. And I thought the 41 just started turning left. And when he did, it got hooked with the 19, and that put it into me. I'll be right back. I thought it was going to be a great opportunity for him to have a really good chance with the push that he had. I didn't think he kind of needed to, come down and crowd us, but he did, and it's easy in the split-second moment to panic, and this is what I got to do to win. But I thought there was an ample opportunity there for us to kind of race it side by side off of turn 4, but we never made it that far because I thought that the 41 generally just came left and ended up getting us turned around.
You overcame a lot in this race. How was it with Chris Gale at the start of the season?
Man, I wanted to win, for him and the whole Joe Gibbs team badly. I mean, I'd won my last 2 crew chiefs I started with. I'd won with them in this race, and I honestly thought we were going to do it again. I thought the race was going to be over when the front stretch wreck happened, and then when I realized they're not going to throw this caution, I timed a run on the 2, got to him in the corner, and then had him in a vulnerable spot where he wasn't going to be able to block. And so I went high thinking, okay, the run's coming from the high side. Let me get up there and control this. 41 was coming such a big run, just couldn't. It was going to be good for one of us, but it ended up not good for either of us.
Denny, do you think you had the advantage over the 41 going down?
It was going to be close. I thought, I had a really big push from the 19. I had the ability to turn left and get myself clear of the 2. So I thought I was in a really good spot. And that's why I chose not to block the 41's run down the backstretch, is that, it's okay to be side by side, like, on the last lap and going through the last few corners. But, I didn't think I really could have done anything different. It just didn't work out.
What's your take on
Hearing
the
everybody say this is just super speedway racing. I've heard like 5 times at the Care Center from Cole. Is that just super speedway racing, or do you guys need to run better or do smarter things?
Well, I think it comes with experience, and I don't fault Cole going for it. I mean, he's back in the Cup Series. He's, got a good opportunity to go out here and lock himself in the playoffs. I mean, it's probably pretty big all around for the 41 team. So he's going to do everything he can to, make a move that he thinks is the race-winning move. I just said to him that, I think it's, from the experience I've had in these races, you got to get off of 4. Then you can, turn left, do whatever you got to do, make contact. But it's just, I thought, was a little bit too early. But not everyone's going to do it like I would do it, and it's not to say that I knew the right way.
What's your take on letting it run green all the way to the end after that crash?
I need to see the other wrecks, but I knew they were wrecking, and we were surprised that we kept going. And once I realized that they're not going to throw the yellow, I mean, all I focused on then is let me get a run on this 2 and get beside them and win this race. And so, and then apparently I think they went green all the way to the checkered, right? So, I mean, I was destroyed, so I didn't see it.
They talked about it a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I think they'll react when they feel like they get trashed socially on a call. They'll overgo the other way on the next one. So, either way, we weren't going to win, so I don't care.
Were you overthinking it at the end?